Chapter 5, Learning. Martin Luther King was an excellent student. When he was only 15, he went to Morehouse College in Atlanta. He was a clever young man, and he finished his studies there in 1948. Martin's father wanted him to be a minister, but at first Martin said no. He did not want to follow his father so soon. He was learning exciting new ideas from his teachers at Morehouse, and there was so much more that he wanted to know. But slowly, Martin began to think differently. He decided to become a minister, like his father, but to be a teacher too. He went to Crozer, a college for ministers in Pennsylvania in the North. There were many white students at the college, but Martin was happy to find that they were friendly towards him. In fact, they welcomed him. Martin realized that black people and white people did not have to hate each other. But how could he make white people in the South see this? He wanted to make them think like him, but he did not know how. He began to think seriously about this. In his last year at Crozer, Martin went to hear a talk about the Indian leader Mohandas Gandhi. Gandhi and his followers had fought against the British in India, but they had used nonviolence, not guns, to get a free India. They had refused to pay money to the British government. They had sat in the road to stop the British Army. Thousands of them had been arrested for refusing to obey unfair laws. Gandhi thought that love was more powerful than hate. If you love your enemies, you can beat them, Gandhi had said. Martin was excited by Gandhi's words. Could black people in the South end segregation without violence? Martin continued his studies at Boston University. Now he was Dr. Martin Luther King. His family were very proud of him. But Martin was lonely in the North. He felt far from home, and he knew that his work was in the South. Then some friends introduced him to a young woman from the South called Coretta Scott. They fell in love and married in 1953. Soon they started a family. For the rest of Martin Luther King's life, he and Coretta worked together to fight segregation in the South. In 1954, the Kings moved back to the South. Martin became minister of the Dexter Avenue Baptist Church in Montgomery, Alabama. Once he was back in Alabama, Martin realized that things were beginning to change in the South. Black and white children were starting to go to the same schools. There were new laws against segregation. But white people in the South decided to fight against these laws. Clearly, trouble was coming in the South. And the trouble began in Martin Luther King's new home, Montgomery, Alabama.